take a dive into Labyrinth for the Commodore 64. Developed by Lucasfilm Games, later known as LucasArts, and published by Activision in 1986, this game is a curious but captivating bridge between the old-school text adventures and the iconic SCUM engine that would later give birth to games like Maniac Mansion and Monkey Island. Instead of typing endless commands like some overworked office drone, this game uses a text interface system for commanding the character, an adventure game interface standard used before their SCUM system debuted in their next game, Maniac Mansion. When I first picked up Labyrinth at my local game market, I was immediately drawn to it by the thought of a game based on the cult classic film starring David Bowie in all his tight-trousered, big-haired, glittering glory. Having experienced more than a few disastrous movie-to-game adaptations, I braced myself for an abysmal experience, but lo and behold, I got something surprisingly brilliant. The opening scene throws you into a cinema, where the top half of the screen offers a textual description of your surroundings, while the bottom features two rotating word wheels. One wheel lists verbs, the other nouns. Pick the right combination, hit return, and voila, up pops a response. It's like a choose-your-own-adventure book, only with more scrolling and far fewer pages. And, surprisingly, it works quite well. Then, as if that wasn't enough, you're treated to a digitised David Bowie issuing instructions in a series of speech bubbles. Yes, it's Jareth the Goblin King, taunting you with his "find me or become my slave forever" shtick. Soon enough, you're thrown into the labyrinth itself. This is where things start to get visually interesting. The text descriptions give way to full-on graphics, and now you're manually controlling your character. On top of that, arcade-style minigames start popping up to keep things fresh, as you try to outwit Jareth and escape with your life. This transition from text-based gameplay in the mundane world through the movie screen into graphical gameplay in the fantasy world was a brilliant piece of game design lateral thinking, courtesy of author Douglas Adams. The game's story loosely follows Jim Henson's original Labyrinth movie, with familiar faces and endless mazes that make Zach McCracken look like a leisurely stroll. One of the first puzzles is escaping a seemingly endless brick corridor, which seems impossible until you realise the walls are playing tricks on you. At the bottom of the screen, you'll find a radar showing the locations of exits, objects, and also the goblin minions. Run into one of these little troublemakers and it's trapdoor time. Down you go, wasting precious moments that could have been better spent finding your soul, or simply escaping the labyrinth. Lucasfilm Games was always ahead of the curve by ditching constant deaths in their games, but there is one rather bizarre moment where you'll need to type the utterly nonsensical phrase, "Adumbrate elephant." Again, thanks to Douglas Adams of Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy fame, having a hand in the game's brainstorming sessions. Apparently, the idea of an absurd phrase tickled his fancy. For those wondering, adumbrate means to foreshadow, and elephant is, well, a very large plant-eating mammal. Then there are Alf and Ralph, the mischievous door guardians, each with a penchant for logic puzzles. One door leads to the maze's centre, while the other is a one-way ticket to doom. Alf will tell you which is which, but Ralph, he's not about to reveal anything until you've opened every door in the labyrinth. Trust me, it can get frustrating. And let's not forget the possibility of falling down a seemingly endless tunnel. Is this the end? Have you been doomed to wander the labyrinth forever? Probably, but you'll be having so much fun along the way, you won't really care. The visuals were pretty detailed, with expressive character animations and surprisingly intricate backgrounds. The gameplay isn't just a pixel hunt either. You actually have multiple ways to beat the game, meaning you can get lost in different ways every time. Huzzah! I do remember the original cassette tape version though, and goddamn, it had loading times longer than a sloth's nap. But thankfully, emulators have saved me from that same misery. I don't know if I would have had the patience otherwise these days. If you're a fan of graphic adventures and want to see where the genre truly took off, Labyrinth is a must-play. It lets you experience parts of the cult classic film in a gaming format, minus the tight pants and singing. So if you love the film, the game will definitely be the next best thing. Thanks for watching, guys. Hit the like button if you enjoyed the video, and let us know what you thought of Labyrinth in the comments section. Your continued support is vital to allow the channel to grow, so definitely spread the love. But if you're new here, then maybe consider subscribing and continuing with me on this epic journey down memory lane. People sometimes ask if I've already done videos for certain games, so check the various playlists on the channel, whether it be by year of release, genre of game, or by the actual publisher. There are multiple playlists which should provide the answer, and we're continually adding to each of those constantly. In fact, there's another one coming up right now. Hopefully, I'll see you there. Until then, bye for now. Thank you to the following Patreons for your continued support, and also those who joined the YouTube membership. You guys really are the lifeblood for the channel and spur me on to continue making these nostalgic videos. Much love, and thank you once again. Stay retro.